So after testing and developing my beautiful mapping program, what happened was that I moved the camera around. I zoomed out a little and I realized that it wouldn't work whenever I zoomed out, moved the camera, did anything. So I spent the next 4 fucking hours trying to do the math to convert screen coordinates to world coordinates because that wasn't working right. And I spent 4 goddamn hours. Oh, a dear lord, I wanted it to stop. I wanted to climb every single mountain and jump off of it. I was so frustrated I wanted to kill myself. So, because it was just all math. It was 4 hours of straight math doing one goddamn math problem. So what did I do? Well, I took a break and I took a shit and then I went and had some dinner and then I came back, did my ACT practice, and that's when it hit me. All I had to do was this. I just needed to create a static function, vector2, create a screen world to coordinates world, right? And then create a vector2 normalized screen coords, and I mold it, and I got the camera, and then I got a TMP vector4 normalized screen coords. I passed in, and then with a z value, a w value, and then I created an inverse projection matrix, which was just the identity matrix, and I returned. And yeah, you don't know. I'm just kidding. I did what any good programmer did. I copied it from somebody else, right? I just found the original game engine that I was copying. Well, it wasn't really copying. I just made it my own, but I did use his mouse listener and his camera matrix system, and I just copied it. Yeah. I mean, I understand how it works. I know what matrices are. We started learning it last year, even though we were supposed to learn it next year. But our class was so far ahead that we just started it anyways. And yeah, so and now I have a beautiful program that can map out a zone within the zoning map section. So if I go to per zone, define zones, you can see that the bar I have changed. It's a little bit bigger because it displays more instructions. It says red squares represent a board. Yeah, blah, blah, who cares? But what this is telling you is how to use the mapper, right? So here you can see a bunch of red squares, and you can see I took off the grids because the grids were hiding the actual lines that I was trying to draw out. So when I click a red square, red means that it's clickable. You can see that it turns pink, and then the 4 blocks or the 4 markers around it are clickable because they're red. And then the brown ones you can't click, they're out of reach, right? So I can trace out a path by clicking the red squares adjacent to the pink square that is currently being selected, and I can trace out some sort of sketch. And once I do that, once I loop fully back around, you can see that one of them creates a purple marker. That means I will finish the sketch, right? So if I click that, you can see that the lines turn from red to black, and the entire map turned back to red, so that I can create a new sketch. And this took me goddamn days. I wanted to end my life. It was so freaking annoying. And you can see I can move the camera around and zoom out, and I will still be able to click on the markers. Ta-da! Yeah, that was so goddamn painful. I never want to do it again.